Hello everyone, this is Mr. E2099, and I know a lot of people are talking about the Stan Lee accusations that happened, but I will not because such accusations don't deserve to be talked about. Alright, moving on to the actual topic. Today I'm talking about The Exiles, a book that I really loved during its first run. I read it via trade paperback, and it just had great characters and a great story. Time-displaced X-Men from alternate universes traveling across the multiverse in order to solve things and hopefully regain a place in the original timeline. And a lot of them ended up being trapped in new timelines, like the character, I believe her name was Nocturne, who was the alternate universe daughter of Nightcrawler and the Scarlet Witch. She ended up staying in the 616. So, yeah, great series, good story, good fights. With one time they had to fight against a version of Hyperion, and you know how powerful he is. Like, he's essentially Superman. But, yeah, they're rebooting The Exiles, and from the first art that they showed, I have virtually no hope in this series whatsoever. Let's see who we have on the team. First off, we have Nathaniel Richards, Iron Lad. Good choice, solid choice. Next we have what appears to be Age of Apocalypse Blink. It was not 616 Blink because she's currently in the Cable book. But what the fuck is with that outfit? I mean, and the hair. Why couldn't they just give her like normal long hair? I mean, this is still Axel Alonso Marvel, so of course they couldn't just give her regular hair that an actual woman would wear. Next we have the Thor Ragnarok version of Valkyrie, and the only thing I have to say to that is why. We have a freaking chibi Wolverine. Fucking another Wolverine. Wolverine used to be unique, and now he's got the same problem that Spider-Man has. There's too many fucking Spider people, and there's too many fucking Wolverines. And last, we have old, grizzled, future post-apocalypse soldier Kamala Khan wielding a gun that I can only assume she stole from Cable. Alright, just based on this roster alone, I'm giving it a 1.5 out of 5. You know, there's only 2 characters I'm interested in, and I really hate the design of one of them. You know, not off to a good start. I mean, it's written by the same guy who wrote Black Bolt, and Black Bolt is a series that I really enjoy. It's a really good prison story. We actually got to see Black Bolt bonding over the life choices that they made and their wives with the Absorbing Man. You know, not a pairing that, you know, I would ever think of, but it works in the way that, you know, they're sitting there suffering together and, you know, they just start bonding because that's all they can do. They can just talk to one another. They can't escape in what was their current situation. They did end up managing to escape by the Absorbing Man sacrificing himself. But I'm getting off topic. Black Bolt is a really good series, but apparently it's coming to an end, which I'm kind of sad about. But the guy who wrote that is apparently going to start working on this, and it's kind of, if this art is any indication, we're going to be getting a reverse Chip Zdarsky. A writer who was good, but is going to be bad. Now, like I said, this isn't out yet, so I'm just speculating based on the art, but, you know, art can tell you a lot about a book. And this art tells me that I'm going to quit reading it probably after issue 4. I mean, I'll give it a shot, but, you know, art is half of a comic book, and I'm not liking the choices of the roster or most of the character designs. Now, we take a look back at the original Exiles. They had a really good roster. We have, okay, it's hard to see because it's the cover, but we have an alternate universe version of the Mimic, who had the power of the original 5 X-Men. This alternate version is actually a member of the X-Men and a hero. We have again, Age of Apocalypse Blink. We have a version of Nate Gray. We have Nocturne, who's the blue one that looks like a female Nightcrawler, who I already talked about. We have one the white-skinned one who I really can't remember. I think he's Changeling, the universe version of Changeling. And we have a physically modified James Proudstar, the Warpath, except this time he kind of looks like, Beta Ray Bill. But anyway, he was modified, and now he doesn't look quite human. And, this team, worked. It was actually really good. But, yes, some of them behaved silly. They cracked jokes, but it was a really solid team. They had good fights. They traveled the multiverse. The roster changed, but it was always pretty solid. They never had any characters that made you take the book less seriously. Like, I can't even take that mini Chibi Wolverine seriously at all. It's just not something that I think should be in a book about a team traveling across the multiverse fighting bad guys. I mean, that's what I assume the book's going to be about, because that's what the previous Exiles book was about. But, Marvel has a tendency to take things that work and twist them around until they're barely recognizable, and they just repel the original fan base. Now, because I loved the original Exiles, I will check this out. But I'm going in with practically no hope. A lesson that I learned after watching The Last Jedi. Alright, everybody, this has been Mr. E2099. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you all later.